rice, green onion, oil, soy sauce. And that's all you need to make fried rice. This whole YouTube cooking video shit's kind of hard. Hey! Fried rice it's a staple dish. Everyone knows what it is, and I think everyone should know how to make it. The thing is, Chinese style fried rice that you get at takeout is kind of difficult to do at home. You need super high heat to be able to sustain the heat necessary for a wok to get that nice smokiness. But most kitchens don't have that. So today I'm showing you how to do a Korean style fried rice. It's a bit more beginner friendly and it produces a good flavor, I think. It's my favorite one to cook at home. I mean, obviously I'm Korean, so I'm a little biased. But anyways, we got rice. I have just short grain rice here. You can use whatever rice you want. Just make sure it's cooked. Well, duh, Ryan. Anyways, so this is just rice I have in my fridge because, I mean, look at me. Of course I have rice in my fridge. You can actually use fresh rice for this recipe. Just make sure you lay it out on a plate or something, cool off a little bit so it dries up just a tiny bit. And we have green onion here. We're gonna basically use this to infuse our oil to make a nice little aromatic base. Speaking of oil, I have avocado oil here, but any neutral flavored oil will work. So vegetable oil, canola oil. will work. So just don't use anything that has a strong flavor like olive oil or coconut oil. We don't want to be using that today. And then we have soy sauce. This is a Korean soup soy sauce, so it's a little less salty. So I end up using a little bit of salt. Definitely make sure to taste as you go here. If you're using a regular soy sauce that you get at a normal grocery store, yours is going to be more salty than mine. So keep that in mind. So this is super basic fried rice, but you can customize it to add any sorts of ingredients that you want. You can put some pretty weird shit in there, honestly, but I just have a couple things in my fridge and freezer that I'm trying to get rid of, so that's what I'm gonna do today. So yeah, this is the base. Hold on a second. We got some new friends here. You didn't see that. Leftover shallot I want to use, so that's going to complement the green onion. I have some garlic. I love garlic, so we're just going to grate this with a microplane. I have a carrot and some frozen peas, and then we have some eggs here. I usually don't put eggs in my fried rice, but I do want to show you how to make this fried rice using any sort of protein. So it really boils down to 3 stages, right? You have the aromatic stage, which I call it, where you're infusing your oil with your aromatics. In this case, it's gonna be our green onion, shallot, and garlic. Your protein phase, which would be your eggs in this case, and then your vegetables or whatever. So I got peas and carrots. And last but not least, this is very, very optional, is MSG. Oh my God, Uncle Raj is so proud of me. Feel free to use it, but if you don't want to, you can do whatever you want. But I promise you, it's not that bad for you. I'm fine. Feel free to use it if you want, but I promise you this is gonna, do a little something. So to make it even more Korean, just a little dabski of sesame oil towards the end. As far as equipment, we are not using a wok. You can use a wok, just make sure it's on the smaller side. This is where Uncle Raja would be like, "Hiya, Brian." I just use this normal ass non-stick skillet. My secret is I use a ladle too. So anyways, let's prep the ingredients and let's get this started.
Let's start off by prepping our vegetables. I have about half a shallot here, which I'm going to dice. Doesn't have to be too fine. Put into a bowl and set aside. Then we're going to prep our carrot, cut into half, plank, strips, and then dice. Make sure that they're pretty small so they cook pretty quickly during the stir fry. Put them in a bowl with the peas and get too close to garlic. Smash with the back of your knife and peel. We're going to grate directly into the bowl with the shallots. You can definitely mince if you don't have a microplane. But if you do, make sure you get the extra bits off the back here. Crack 2 eggs into a bowl or a mixing cup in my case. We're not going to beat these very hard, so just with a pair of chopsticks beat them lightly until well combined. Then let's move over to the stove. Set your heat to medium-high, and in the cold pan we're going to add 2 tablespoons of oil and the green onions. This will allow the green onions and the oil to infuse together. Once you hear that sizzle and you can smell the green onion aroma, add in your shallots and garlic. Stir fry and move the pan constantly so that the garlic doesn't burn. Push everything up to the side and pour in your eggs. Season with a pinch of salt and cook the eggs through as you would any other scrambled egg. Once the eggs are cooked, push them off to the side and add your veggies. Stir fry the veggies until they're cooked through. Break up any large pieces of egg as you stir fry. We're going to push everybody off to the side again to make room for the soy sauce. Pour about 2 tablespoons directly onto the pan and hear that sizzle. Try to get the soy sauce in a thin layer as possible. We want to evaporate most of the liquid until it gets thicker. Almost like a syrup. This is where most of our flavor comes from.
Ooh! Shit.
After saving your phone from certain death, scrape up the thickened soy sauce with the ingredients and combine well. I also realized a bit late that I had big egg pieces and decided to break them up here. It doesn't really matter when you decide to do it. Give it a tossy toss, and I'm adding a pinch of salt because I know my soy sauce is not that salty. Here's the crazy part: we're going to take it off the heat, put in our rice, and use a ladle to break up any clumps by pressing down on it. We want to try to break up as many pieces as possible, or to your liking. I was starving, so I got a little lazy. Anyways, mix everything well, take your time, we don't have heat on, so ask yourself, how are you doing? Is a hot dog a sandwich? Is cereal soup? Okay, before things get too weird, let's put the pan back on the heat. Crank it up to high and keep the pan moving until the rice is heated through. Add a bit of MSG if you want. Give everything a quick toss. Then taste for saltiness and eat off the spoon because you're only cooking for yourself. We are good, so turn off the heat and add in a small drizzle of sesame oil. Add a couple cranks of black pepper. Give it one last toss and we are done. Garnish with some sesame seeds and that's it. Korean style fried rice. Otherwise known as Korean style fried rice. So because this was my first cooking video and I was so hungry I didn't know how to film and either record audio, so I'll give you a synopsis here. The fried rice is delicious. It's kind of crazy how good it is for how easy it is as well. And if you're a psychopath like me, you can just squirt some sriracha directly on it, and man, you can tell that I'm even flustered right now. And hell, even the sriracha.
Alright, anyways, that's it. I got a little carried away. I ate the entire pan in 2 minutes, so I'm definitely gonna regret that. Actually, just kidding, I regret nothing. Give this a shot, let me know how it turns out. Thanks for watching my first cooking video. Let me know what you want to see next. Thank you so much. I love you. That was stupid. See you next time.